Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good Christmas Eve. Hope you guys got some gifts from Santa. Hope you guys are having a good end of the year. Hopefully, you're ending this year good. That's what we want to do. We want to end it good and we want to get some good gifts. I'm not getting anything actually. It's been a weird year. It's been like a crazy year for me, not gonna lie. But it's also been pretty fast as well for me. Now, I could be, yapping around, talking out of my ass about the year going by fast. But that being said, a lot of shit has happened this year. For a year that went by so fast, in my opinion, a lot of shit has happened. And not just me, of course, but the entire world. So this year's end of the year video, I'm gonna try to cover up some stuff that I found interesting throughout this year's. Mostly, I'm gonna cover up for like the games I liked this year, the movies and TV shows I liked this year, stuff that I didn't really like in social media, some stuff I really did like that happened in the media and throughout this whole year, and my personal life throughout this whole entire 2024. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited to talk about some weird shit right now. So yeah, let's get right into gaming. So for gaming this year for me was kind of weird. I would go off and on playing different types of variety of games, but like recent ones from this year that came out, I did play some, but it wasn't like a lot of them because I'm a brokey. I did play some games that came out this year, and the others, well, I just watched videos on and I just heard the reviews on them. So, strictly speaking, I'm just going over mostly the games that I played that came out this year, and mostly, I guess all of them mostly, are the ones I just watched videos on. So, yeah, let's get rolling into the review. Played a big majority of games, man. I played X Defiant.
I had a dude in front of my face. We're going deep and we're going hard.
I played Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And I played Helldivers 2, man. Liberty. And there was other games that I played too. I mean, there was Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals was better than Overwatch. I'll be nice. Yeah, it was better than Overwatch. I like Marvel Rivals. I recently installed this mod that lets me like it's a skin mod, and like sometimes it's not activated, so I have to activate it some weird way, and I still don't get it. It's like I'll put the image right now. If anybody can help me do this, please help me. I want to know how do you do this. I want to know, bro. And the last one I was able to play, the last one was WWE 2K24. It was on the PS Plus, and I was like, why not? Let me play it. But aside from that game, those 5 games, I mean, that's it. I mean, that was the only games I got to play for this year. The others were just, me just kind of like fucking watching videos on. So there's a lot of other games that came out this year. A lot of fun ones that a lot of people really like. And for this one, it's not even like it's a game, I guess, but it's like a DLC. Elden Ring DLC. Shadow of the Erdtree. That one got really received well. A lot of people liked it, and I liked watching the final boss fight. It was really fun to watch. Dragon Ball's Working Zero too. It looked awesome. Best fighting game in my opinion. It was the best one for this year. Should have been up there. Should have gotten that title, but Tekken was up there too. So that explains a lot why it lost. Also, there was Astro Bot. I watched my homies played it. A good game, but it shouldn't have gotten Game of the Year in my opinion. Fuck that, man. I was pissed when I saw that shit. Then there were other games that came out this year that did well. Were Pal World, Warhammer 40k, and Batman Arkham Shadow. I was gonna play Pal World. Probably not anymore because my PC can't run it. Or I think it's on PlayStation actually. Alright, but aside from that, for my top 3 best games of this year is, for our number 3 spot, is X Defiant. I actually liked it. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like this game. I know a lot of people didn't love this game, but I kept playing it, man. I kept streaming it. It definitely did have its ups and downs, but genuinely I did like the game, to be honest. Nothing too serious, right? But I was also waiting for the new Call of Duties. For my number 2 is Black Myth Wukong. For my number 2 spot is Black Myth Wukong. Even though I didn't play the game, and just from watching the gameplay only from videos, the game was still awesome to see. With one of the best characters to a video game also. I mean, he's one of the most powerful and most interesting characters of all time. Sun Wukong is up there, you know, as my top 5 favorite video game character, you know, and just in general in Chinese mythology too. Kratos ain't got nothing on his bitch yet. For my number 1 favorite game of this year is Helldivers 2. Oh my god, this fucking game is effing amazing. If you have not played this game, by the way, you should get it right now. Buy the game right now, because not only does this game keep you entertained for every mission, but it also makes you feel fucking badass. There's so much chaos in this game. The gameplay is amazing, bro. The enemies are fucking tough, but they're cool to fight. And, you know, playing it with your friends is awesome. I mean, there's so much chaos in this game. You know, you're playing it with your friends, spreading democracy all over the galaxy. I mean, this game is the best game to come out this year. I mean, it is it should have been game of the year in my opinion, but this game is my number 1 of this year. Now obviously I did have one of the worst games of this year too. I only had one actually. I didn't pay attention to a lot of them. There's a few that I saw that were dumb, but this one just, you know, pissed me off the most, and that was the Suicide Squad game. Literally one of the worst, you know, anticipated, you know, hyped game to come out, and they delivered it so fucking horrible. I remember reading about the story and it was so fucking lame and bland. I remember, you know, and I posted on my channel that clip where Harley kills Batman. It was so fucking hurtful to a lot of the Batman Arkham fans, because it takes place in the Arkham series, in the Arkham universe, and to do this to such a beloved character, to such a beloved, you know, well-known superhero, is so disrespectful to the fans and to, you know, just everyone in general. I feel like that was mainly my complaint of the game. I mean, there was other things, you know, like it didn't meet the fans' expectations. The gameplay was pretty shit, and well, of course the story was fucking trash. I mean, visually it looks, I guess, well, but I mean, aside from that, it's a fucking trash game with a trash story. But overall, this game was one of the worst games to come out this year. I mean, what a huge disappointment this game was. I mean, really, like, fucking terrible. Just complete terror. Hopefully for their next game for Rocksteady, they make another Batman Arkham game. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I hope it's good, and I hope it's better than this piece of shit. And also, I just want to quickly mention, I'm gonna put an image of the games that I'm hyped for the ones that are marked green, and also these are the ones that are coming out next year. So these games I'm hyped for the next year. So I'm really excited to play these games. GTA 6 overall too. Yeah, GTA 6 is the most hyped game to come out for the next year, and I'm waiting patiently, excited to play that game. Hopefully it's good, man. Hopefully it's very good.
Also, when are they making fucking Half-Life 3, man?
You are cooked. Cooked, huh?
So for this section of this video, this part of the video, is going over my favorite movies and TV shows and my least favorite movies and TV shows. So here we go. Alright, so for the good TV shows and movies that I really like this year, here we go. Dragon Ball Daima, Deadpool and Wolverine, The Bear Season 3, Gladiator 2, House of the Dragon Season 2, Dune Part 2, and The Boys Season 4, man. Yeah, man, I've been watching a lot of stuff, bro. But I mean, yeah, I've just been doing pretty bad on my movies lately, man. You know, I've been watching a lot more TV shows, to be honest with you. You know, I have Netflix, Disney, and HBO Max. Well, I used to have it, but I mostly watch like TV shows. But I would watch movies from this year, but mainly TV shows. The movies that I saw, it mostly was from like HBO and Netflix. So like HBO, I watched Civil War. I forgot for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and I think I rented Roadhouse on Amazon Prime. But yeah, I mean, those films I did watch them, but I kind of like forgot about them, to be honest. Like, they were good movies, but just lately I've been watching more TV shows. You know, I just been watching more television shows and watching more of like series from like different streaming services than I've been watching on films. I did have top 3 best TV shows for this year. So let's get right to it. So for my number 3 is Shogun. Man, I watched this on Hulu and man, it was really good, man. I remember reading something about it being like Game of Thrones, but in Japan, in feudal Japan. Which the writing and dialogue may not be as good as Game of Thrones season 1 through season 5, but it's definitely good. It's definitely good. It's up there, and I do think it is a pretty good show that you should all watch. Go and watch it. It's a good show. Maybe you might get bored of it. There's not a lot of like too much action scenes, but there is a lot of scenes where the like you must watch the dialogue type of shit. So this is a show that it's you have to pay attention. But aside from that, this is my number 3, my favorite TV show to come out in 2024. So now for my number 2 spot, and I think a lot of people are gonna be surprised where I put this one. And I did like this show, really. I think it was better than Shogun. And at first I didn't think it was gonna be good, by the way. So for my number 2 is The Penguin. My expectations for the Penguin TV show were very low. I did not think this show was gonna be good in general because DC has a reputation of doing bad in films and in some TV shows, not all of them. But so hearing that already, I immediately was hella skeptical about the show. I was like pretty much being like, yeah, the show's gonna be pretty bad. Which I was proven wrong. I was proven very wrong because the entire show, the entire season of The Penguin was very good. Honestly, the weirdest villain to make a TV show or movie about, in my opinion. I feel like the Penguin was always not like the main figure or one of the main villains into the Batman rogue gallery, or even into the Batman fans in general, or DC fans. I feel like for like Batman fans, I feel like they don't care about him because they're too busy like watching Batman fucking fight a dude dressed as a clown who is a complete fucking menace to society, and a guy who fucking wears a cryo suit with a fucking freeze gun that can literally kill anybody with that. Like, I feel like nobody cares about the Penguin so much, but this show proved otherwise. But honestly, I don't want to spoil too much. I just want to say it's a very good show. Go watch it. Go watch it on HBO Max. It's a really, really good show. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It's one of the best things I've watched this year. My second favorite. And probably my favorite superhero thing that came out this year. There was Invincible, but you know how that went. But The Penguin, best out of this year. This show was really good. Go ahead and watch it once again. Really good. El Pingüino de Mala. My number 1 favorite TV show to come out this year is the Fallout TV show. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. I've been playing the 3rd game, Fallout 3, but I haven't played New Vegas. So all I can say is 2 great games. By the way, just 2 good games. Go ahead and play them if you haven't played them. But in my mind, how are they gonna write a story about the Fallout games? Primarily the 3rd game, because it's based on the 3rd game. So how are they gonna do it? In my head I was thinking, how can they do this shit? And you wouldn't believe it, they did it. Oh man, I tell you, the show is really good. They get everything right, they adapt it right, exactly from the game. I mean, every episode was a fucking banger, man. I've seen this trend of video games being adapted to the big screen, which, to be honest, some of them are good and then some of them are just quite fucking horrible. But this one is the one, I tell you. Go and watch it. I'm not gonna spoil anything from this show, so go and watch it on Amazon Prime. Best TV show to come out this year, and I can't wait for season 2. There was also some bad movies and some bad TV shows. So for the bad movies, I did have some top 3. It was Madam Web, Borderlands, and Joker Folie à Deux. I mean, I think the one that just pissed me off the most was Joker 2. Just learning about it being a musical and learning how the story went, it just completely demolished everything from the first film. What a terrible sequel. This is not how you make sequels. This is how you do it. Borderlands has nothing to do with the game, from what I understood. Didn't even want to watch it. I just wanted to play the game. But I heard everything about the fucking film being horrible, being so trash that, you know, it gives a bad name to Borderlands. You know, funny enough, I'm literally showing you guys gameplay of Borderlands right now. And this is far better than the film. Let's just look at it, man. Now you may ask, why is Madam Web up here and not Kraven the Hunter? Well, Kraven the Hunter was terrible. But the reason why it wasn't at the number 3 spot is because they fucked up the great powers quote. I mean, that quote just got fucked up, bro.
And when you take on the responsibility, great power will come.
That was really bad.
For my top 3 horrible shows that came out this year was for number 3, Rick and Morty, the anime. For number 2, The Acolyte. And number 1. Actually, no. Number 2 was actually Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. That one was number 2. The first one was Acolyte. My mistake. Yeah, that show fucking sucked. I don't want to go off on a big, gigantic fucking rant about this show and why I hate it. But let me just say, the ending to the show was quite horrible. And how they introduced this villain is quite literally like a big fuck you to the Star Wars fans. This whole show is a big, gigantic fuck you to the fans of Star Wars. I mean, this show, once again, I could list off a bunch of things why I hate about this show, but it'd be like a very long video, which I'm trying to not do. But this one fucking deserves to be one of the worst TV shows to be out in this year. That one, and for movies, is fucking Borderlands. Yeah, man. I mean, 2 horrible just projects that they did. I mean, what a way to ruin a franchise, man. But other than that, to end off today's topic of movies and TV shows for this section of the video, want to put up a list here, an image of the list of the movies and TV shows that are coming out next year that I'm excited for. Which also, I didn't have a lot of movies. I had more shows, to be honest, than movies. Like, I had a lot more, which is weird, but can't wait to see them. Don't know how, but I'm gonna watch them, baby. But aside from that, our next topic is my personal life and social media. Yeah, I was like, why don't I just combine both of them? It'd be much easier. And I was getting kind of lazy. I mean, what has happened this year, man? A lot of things happened. You know, we had an election. We had the fucking shit with the Olympics. You know, a lot of streamers were getting crazy online. We had, you know, an Italian man do something very bad to another man in New York City. Probably a mafia hit. And people getting exposed this year. I mean, a lot of things happened this year on media. I mean, holy shit. I was watching this when I was in school and I'm like thinking, god damn, what's going on here? We almost went to World War III. I mean, there's literally 2 wars going on the fucking other side of the fucking world. Then we had drones in New Jersey. People thinking it was UFOs. I mean, that's nothing new. I mean, people are always gonna be saying they saw fucking UFOs. Memes were pretty funny this year. There's some onslaught of memes that I found funny, like the Yes King. You know, that's funny because it's, you know. And then we had memes like Haktua, which it wasn't a hilarious thing, but it was just kind of like, it's a girl talking about spitting on a dick. That's it. I mean, that's it. And she built a brand off that, which I'm pretty sure, like, you all know that a lot of people build off their whole persona and whole business ideas off of that one thing that happened to them. I mean, she's not the only girl who had that, to be honest. But the craziest shit that has happened, though, from this year that I've seen is when P. Diddy got exposed. A lot of famous people got exposed, not just celebrities, but, you know, a lot of fucking content creators and influencers got exposed. I know I missed a few, but yeah, man, a lot of people were getting exposed in August. Like, a lot of famous people, a lot of people that I know too. I mean, you know, there was Cody Ko, famous YouTuber, you know, he got exposed for doing a lot of bad stuff. And then there was, you know, Dr. Disrespect, he got exposed for doing some bad stuff too. And then there was Ava Chris Tyson. That person got exposed for doing some very, very bad stuff, as you know, as Dr. Disrespect. I mean, a lot of people were getting exposed, but the one person that people were having their main focus on was P. Diddy, because P. Diddy was the essence of evil. This guy was a fucking piece of shit, man. This guy was a horrible human being. You know, I'm not making a video about the P. Diddy case. You can watch, you know, videos about him. I'm just here saying that this man was the main priority of the allegations brought against him. He was being probably the biggest one exposed for doing some very wild shit aside from these other people. Not saying that these other people are, forgiven. These people should be held accountable for their actions, and I think they are. Another thing that happened this year, which is the second thing, was the presidency. I mean, hell, man, we had an election year, 2024, Kamala versus Trump, which at first it wasn't Kamala, it was Joe Biden. But everyone knew that Joe Biden wasn't up for it anymore, so they told him to get the fuck out of here. But that's when the homegirl came in, and then she starts, talking her shit, and then Donald Trump was talking his shit. And everyone kind of, at the end of the day, was deciding who they wanted for. But we all know who won. President Donald J. Trump. By the way that people were promoting this man, I mean, and the amount of people in America that were, backing him up, I mean, it was bound to happen that this man was going to win. So there you have it, man. That was crazy for this year. The next president, Donald J. Trump, man. Now, did I vote? Yeah, I did vote. What did I vote for? Neither of them. I voted for the one and only Brent Peterson, baby. I guess the last thing for social media was my hatred for how kick streamers are and Twitch streamers too as well. I mean, some of them are just pretty horrible. Some of the things I've seen these people do, IRL or just at home is quite literally bad, man. I mean, not only do they sometimes do like promote gambling websites, promote crypto scams, all that crazy stuff, have women on their live streams. Sometimes some Twitch streamers have this like agenda, very political streamers, the type. And sometimes Twitch streamers, and I don't want to be that guy, some female streamers tend to use their body for views. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but I mean a few of them who are very popular tend to do that, but not all of them. But the thing I don't like about streamers is particularly kick streamers. Number one, I use that website to stream my video games. You may ask why. Well, I did stream on YouTube, but I kind of wanted to change platforms, and then Twitch wasn't like, I don't know. I felt like Twitch wasn't good because I've had my issues with Twitch because of my account for some reason. But so I decided to go on Kick, and I've used Kick, and so far it's been alright. I mean, I just stream video games and that's it. Nothing too bad. Yeah, it kind of sucks having to be in that website, having to stream, because you're usually labeled as a bad person for being in that, streaming platform. Kick streamers have a reputation of being obnoxious, disrespectful to everyone around them, and they're just really just horrible people in general when they're just on a live stream because they're trying to clip farm. That's pretty clear what they try to do, because that's how they keep their channels, all their social media up and up. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have all heard about, these people. I mean, kick streamers as a whole are really, especially the ones that are popular. Not all of them. There's some that are good, like me. I just stream video games on my kick streams. But there's some kick streamers who are the ones that are very, have the numbers. They tend to stream and do a lot of fucking stupid shit that they probably would get banned in day one, and if they were in Twitch. This reminds me, these kick streamers remind me of the guy from Nightcrawler. If you guys haven't seen that movie, go ahead and watch it. It's a really good film. So the guy in the film, Lou Bloom, who's played by Jake Gyllenhaal, was a fantastic actor. He played a fantastic role in this movie. Great sociopath, by the way, he played. But like, this guy, Lou Bloom, is like a horrible dude. He's a bad guy. And what he does is, he films shit for the news, for broadcast news. The way he does it is quite, immoral, because the guy is pretty clear. Like, it's shown that the guy is a sociopath. He lacks empathy. He manipulates everyone around him, and he uses people for his own gain. Now, I don't have the qualifications to name these streamers sociopaths, even though that word has been thrown a lot throughout these years. They still act the same way as Luke Bloom does. I mean, thinking back, think about when the Vine stars started to take over the YouTube hemisphere. This was back in like 2017, 2018. This was now a while ago now. Obviously, the most notable one of those people are Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Everybody knows what these guys did, and everyone knows the type of people they are. To this day, they still act the same way to how they were before. I mean, nothing's changed. I mean, they're dumb. I guess they're less dumb now than how they were back then. They know what to do and what not to do. Nah, fuck them. They're fucking stupid. But to end my point on this streamers rant, if streamers still act the same way they did for this year, for 2024, whether it be Kick or Twitch, it will get worse. and worse and worse. I like to think that I'm not one of those people. At least I like to think I'm not. At the end of the day, I'm just a small YouTuber who makes some good content and makes some shitty fucking commentary. But aside from the social media thing that I'm like trying not to get into like a full 1 hour long video on, but yeah, social media has been crazy. A lot more shit I couldn't cover up, but brain rot's crazy, man. I like the old brain rot. But for this next topic, my personal life. This year, it's been tough for me, not just in YouTube, but also in school. School has been kicking my ass lately. I remember when I went to class one day, this was earlier in 2024, it was my pre-calculus class. Especially that one class, man, I had a lot of difficulty trying to pass that class. Fucking hell, man. Anyway, so I go one day and I walk into the classroom, I see the chalkboard, and I saw the most craziest rambling Scrabble on there on the chalkboard that I couldn't even make sense of. The only thing I could make sense of was the bottom box. I could read that, talking about how we were like, you know, just tools or like just numbers to the government or stuff like that. I could read what that person was saying from that little box. And let me tell you, school is tough. If this doesn't prove to you that school is tough, then I don't know what. If I was him, I could have just gone to a gym to clear my head or for a walk or, I don't know, play video games to just clear my fucking head, because that guy was fucking crazy. Yeah, that was it. I mean, for that semester from class, I mean, it was kicking my ass. I was just suddenly fucking shook by that fucking message. And yeah, I didn't pass that class. I didn't pass pre-calculus. That was a shit semester for spring in that time. But then I took the fall semester classes and I passed those for sure, man. I was just happy I could end off the year 2024 on a good note for school. I'm currently in college, so that's why you see my schedule on YouTube. I only upload like sometimes 3 videos a month, which let me talk a bit about YouTube. YouTube for me has been, you know, strange. I mean, I remember I posted a short, I got like close to 200k views, which was insane. That's, I think, the amount of views I'm ever gonna get in my channel. But it was still insane, and I thank the Lord Jesus Christ I was able to get that. I mean, I'm just still surprised to this day that I was able to get that amount of fucking views. But you know, that was a short, which I'm still thankful that I have the subscribers I have right now and the viewers that I have right now. That I'm very happy there's people that watch my content, even though I'm not consistent with it and I'm not always active on my channel and on my social media. I'm very sorry. I am pretty busy for most of the time. Yes, I am busy. I'm just happy with what I got right now. And to discuss further on my life, I want to talk about YouTube, which is something that's very important on my life because I kind of do this as a hobby, but one day maybe I'll do this as a full-time thing. I mean, I'm able to upload gaming videos that people probably like. I'm able to do videos on like podcasts and, you know, do like reviews and all that, which I'm really looking forward to in the future doing more. I'm thinking about doing more commentary videos, which commentary is a very risky thing to do, which I'm going to be very careful to be on there, even though I'm not the smartest guy in the fucking class, let's say. But I'm willing to, you know, go full on commentary. But aside from that, I mean, there's also the IRL content that you guys have been watching, my vlogs. I'm very happy I was able to do those vlogs for this year. I'm excited to do that again for next year. Challenges is also one of the things I've been doing. Aside from that, from like skits, you know, it's a big thing that my channel has been growing recently. I couldn't imagine in a million years back in 2016 or 17 I would be doing this shit right now, but I'm very happy I was able to do this. But I mean, the biggest thank you to anyone, to be honest, for my YouTube channel is fucking you guys, the viewers. You guys are fucking amazing. You guys have been able to, you know, sit back and relax and watch my content, which I can't thank you guys enough. And I also want to give a big shout out to my friends, my homies. I mean, they've been supporting me along this big journey of mine, you know, and I'm still going alongside them. I mean, you guys know them: Bowser Blue, Smokey Day, Monkey King, Flacco Anthrax. These guys, I'm just very happy I'm able to talk to these guys, you know. And there's some friends that I haven't talked to a lot, but I still, you know, keep in contact with, and sometimes you'll see them like in a video. You know, you guys remember the Gay Boys? Those guys are like my OG friend group, and I still talk to them to this day. I mean, I did a vlog with them which will be released on probably next month, which is on January, so look out for that. But I mean, I still talk to them, I still speak to them and play with them sometimes, but not too often, but that's why I have, you know, my friend group over here, the new one. But I'm just overall thankful that I have friends to, you know, make content with or just speak to in general. So I just want to give a big fucking thank you to everyone who knows me personally, and I've enjoyed your guys' company every time we're in a call or when we're hanging out. So every one of you guys, I'm very thankful for you guys, for my friends, and for my viewers. Of course, again, thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I mean, that's amazing. You guys are the main reason why my channel is what it is. Once again, a huge thank you to you guys and to my friends. Thank you guys for being here with me. But to end off today's end of the year video, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This fucking little, you know, dumb video I made. I hope for the next one I'm more prepared and better for, because this one I wasn't. But aside from that, thank you guys so much for watching today's end of the year video. Hope you enjoyed. Next time, I promise I will be more prepared and better for. Other than that, this year was kind of crazy. Wasn't all that good. Didn't want to say too much crazy shit for the ending part also, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas.